This is based in Japan. In this video, I'm going to show you why Neet life in Japan is OP compared to anywhere else in the world. Check the description and the timestamp to see the relevant parts for you. We're going to go through minimum wage, rent, transportation, the no wife, so don't worry, food, buying stuff, gaming, travel to SEA is good. I mean, traveling to Southeast Asia is relatively cheap. Going out, hobbies. So we're going to go through all these topics. I'm going to show you evidence based on my research of why Neet life is pretty okay in Japan. I'm not saying it's perfect, but hey, it's pretty good. So we're going to go straight into the hard data here. This is some Japanese website about working or something about economics, but we're going to look at the minimum wage all around Japan, and it's recently increased, I think, depending on where you are living. So each prefecture has its own minimum wage, but as you can see here, you're seeing a lot of 900 yen to 1,000 yen. So just say for Tokyo, it's going to be 1,163 yen. 1,163 yen per hour. And that's generally for cafes, restaurants, and those low-paying jobs, typical low-paying jobs. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at some of these jobs. This is a website called Baito, and this is, of course, a Kanto area. You can't see the top there. Let me just Kanto area. And we're going to look at Ikebukuro Eki, just one case, and food in Shokuten. Restaurants, and we're gonna see, okay, one day 1,2,000 yen, one day 1,000 yen. Hey, that's not bad. 1,300 for hall staff, kitchen staff, washing the dishes, cleaning up. So you're gonna see this if you live here or anything. You're gonna see there's 560 inshokuten jobs in Ikebukuro Eki. Ikebukuro's a station on the Yamanote-sen. And yeah, there are so many of these izakaya cheap jobs around, and anyone can get them basically. As far as I know, some of them are even going 1,300 yen. Hey, it's a lot higher than the minimum wage. 1,300 for sukiya. So if you like smelling the meat every day, it's not a bad baito. So what we're going to do now is we're seeing, okay, 1,300, 1,000. These are not ideal jobs, I understand, but this is the Neet life. You just take what you can get. So let's get a calculator. Oh, whoops, not that page yet. We're going to say that 1,300. Let's just make it simple. Let's just say, let's do 1,300. I saw that quite a bit. 1,300. Let's say you work 8 hours on that day, and then times 5 days a week, times 4 weeks equals, so that's 200,000 yen, 208,000 yen. Let's just put that down to, let's just round that down to 200,000 yen per month if you work full-time as a baito, nito. But remember, you can reduce your time and just work half. That's also possible. And you're probably thinking, oh, but how about rent? Yes, rent. There's a website here called Mushoku Chintai. I said it twice, whoops. And this website is for people who don't have a job to get an apartment, rent an apartment. Of course, this website specifically targets these types of workers, but many of the other websites might have some type of something saying anyone can rent these places. And so we're going to have a look at the under Gorman place for around 500 Australian New Zealand dollars, American dollars. Sorry, I can't do USD right now. And so, of course, you can get a massive place. I mean, for Asia standards, this is quite a large place. But we're going to go, we want under 3,000 yen. So I've already found one, and I'll show you here. This one is 2,500 yen. It's 1K, 14 square meters. Now, you have a little kitchen here. You can't see. You have a little kitchen here, you have a unit bath, and you have your living space. And outside on your balcony, you can wash your clothing. And look, this place is fine, 3 stories. And anything else? So we got this 1987. Hey, it's same age as me. And look at this station here. We're going to find out where is this location. Oh, I've already checked. Here we go. We're going to adjust the screen so you can see Ikebukuro line can go to, this area is in an area called, this area is called Sakado Station. And I used to live at Tsurugashima when I first came to Japan, so I kind of know this area. And that Tobu Tojo-sen goes all the way down to Ikebukuro, right? And it's a 46-minute train ride for 610 yen. And with some of these places, they also pay for your transportation. And you can also have a teiki, which is like a monthly discounted rate. If you just pay the monthly rate, and it'll be a lot cheaper than this. But as you can see now, this train's great. Nothing wrong with it. Don't worry, you won't get mugged or anything like that in some of the countries some of you guys live in currently. A country, yeah. Anyway, so we can see now that this is relatively affordable. Affordable, yep. So we have our little place here. Really trash images, but anymore. Yeah, here we go. Toilet, bathroom, 1 unit, no worries. You just spray the whole place down to clean it, throw some chemicals around, you're good to go. Anything else about this place? Nope, nothing much else to understand. But here we have some recommended, and these recommended are also under the San Mum mark. Awesome, great, and this around the same station. So I'm not saying you're going to live a lovely, luxurious lifestyle. Of course, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that there are options to live a peaceful life by yourself. Okay, by yourself. And so we're going to check around the Sakado station. I don't think there's too much happening around here. But look, there's an onsen there. Look, you have a nice river. You just buy a bicycle. You get a cheap secondhand bicycle, sometimes even for free. And you just enjoy this little local area. Let's check out the restaurants in Sakado. Hidakaya, you get some cheap izakaya food by yourself. On the izakaya food, cheap Japanese food. Okay, there's not too much happening around here. What about a cafe to have coffee? Is there a dotor? Is there a dotor? Not even a... Oh, there's there you go. Mr. Donuts. Perfect. Mr. Donuts. Infinite coffee and a nice donut. Pretty good. Look, some space. You can open up a manga. Open up your laptop or whatever you have. And oh, there's a dotor. You can take your bicycle down to a dotor coffee, spend the day there, have a little sandwich, maybe a morning toast set. If you are a Neet, there are options out there. We're going to check another one. Is there a book off? They have to have a book off in this kind of Inaka area. There you go. Here we go. Take your bicycle, go to the local book off, and find yourself a book or manga. Do they have, yeah, there you go, some Pokemon cards and all that. Collect some your favorite J-pop musics. Yeah, that's not plural, music. Find out your favorite, whatever console you have. They have it there. Collect your Funko Pops or whatever you need. Oh, Josei Idol. So you get what you want there. Look, not too much happening, but you go to work in Ikebukuro, so maybe if you go to work after work, you have a drink with your work colleagues, or maybe you don't drink with work, you just drink by yourself. No problem. So let's talk about the waifu. You probably won't, I don't know if it, look, unless you're like a DJ or something, or you can break dance, it's probably really difficult to get a real life waifu as a Neet. Unless you have good looks or you're really good at talking, you're smooth and you go out a lot. But make sure this is a PG, is it 13 or something? So this kind of, your wife would be your waifu pillow, your waifu images. You get some waifu cards. What else is there? Some waifu manga. Maybe you buy a waifu t-shirt. Yeah? That's pretty much all you're going to get for the woman action. Just, even guys with decent jobs are having a rough time these days. So, it's pretty rough out there. And I'm not judging. I'm just saying it is what it is out there, guys. You got to take what you can get. We're going to check out food. So this hikikomori Nito in 1 month spends around Niman. It's probably a small lady. I'm not quite sure, but I'm not sure what she's eating. But let me just give you my take on Niman per month. I think it's quite doable. In Japan, it's quite doable. There are a lot of cheap items out there. Personally, I've tried, including drinks and snacks and alcohol. I did around Yonman. So it depends on how much you want to eat. And so Niman's, I'm saying if you want to go real cheap, Niman to Yonman, depending on the person. And this person's calculations make it simple. One meal costs around 215 yen. So you try to do that in wherever in some Western country. Try to be a Neet in Auckland, New Zealand. It sucks. Don't do it. It's terrible. And so there you go. And they talk about using point systems. Rakuten Pay is, there's all these little tricks that you can do in Japan to reduce how much you spend on food. This person doesn't use kombini. Yeah, that's probably expensive. Omelets. Okay, well, I'm not going to read the whole thing for you. I'll link it to the bottom. You can just translate it to English if you want. But, Japan, you can eat for real cheap, right? Let me show you quickly then. Where's this? No, not this. Look here. Look. 560 yen for tempura. The bento. This is like, you want to have a nice little dinner. I love tenya. Tendon tenya is great. Look at that. 920 yen. That's like under 10 New Zealand. Oh, that's like 10 New Zealand dollars, 10 Australian dollars, much less than a US $10. But you get a full meal and you can have soba with it. Tempura, rice, soba, and I think there's also a miso soup. You do that on a Friday night, feeling good. You want to enjoy yourself. So food's cheap in Japan. You can have great meal for under $10. Try that in Auckland City, a great meal for under $10. We're going to look at buying stuff. So when you buy things like refrigerators, TVs, or whatever, Jimoti is a great service in Japan. I don't know what it is compared in other countries, but we're looking at Saitama area and looking for a refrigerator when you move in. This is quite large, maybe too big for one person, but see there, it's 7,000 yen. Wow, $70 Australian, New Zealand dollars. You can see at the bottom here, there's all these other discounted items, sometimes even for free. So look at this TV in Saitama, Kumagaya. 5,000 yen for your little gaming I mean, that's probably not the best for gaming, but look, $50 for a screen. You can watch your Japanese TV. They probably won't watch Japanese TV, but you just look at the bottom here and just click away. Let's look for what's here, what's good. A kettle pot, 2,000 yen. You can probably get this cheaper online some other way, but you can haggle. You can haggle this down to 1,000 yen. Tefal is a great product. I think that's what I've got. So yeah, this is definitely a great service, Jimoti. And you can also, a lot of places, like this is a problem I've seen now is boomers kicking the bucket. They kick the bucket and they've got a lot of stuff in their house. A lot of stuff in their house, but no one wants to buy it because there's too many of these old TVs around, too many of these old refrigerators. Denshi, how much is this Denshi going to be? This microwaves, 3,000 yen. Look, you just go to that station, pick it up in a big bag, and get home with your new microwave. So yeah, getting stuff in Japan, cheap or even free. Whoops, that's not the one I wanted to click on. Cheap or even free. There you go, and they're advertising Akiyas to me now. That's Sanju Goma. That's crazy. Sorry, I have to click this. What's happening here, guys? Sanju Goman. Where is this? Kumamoto. This is all the way in Kyushu. 27 minutes to a station. That's like 3,500 Australian, New Zealand dollars. There you go. You want to live a life? Everything's in there for you. Everything. Enjoy being a Neet here. Go cut some trees, make a few yen, and play Fortnite or whatever. Become a really good Tekken 8 player while you enjoy this nature side. So, yeah, Neet is a great option for some people, not everyone. Next topic is gaming. So, everyone these days and their cat and dog is gaming. So, you go to Mercari. This is mercari.com. I think everyone kind of knows. Americans know it as well. And you can find quite cheap gaming consoles. you want to relive PS4. I mean, I only have a PS4 some amount and you get a whole bunch of games. Maybe that's overpriced. I'm not sure. But PlayStation 4, you got Medicari, they have all types of discounts around. And in many cases, it's probably cheaper than buying the online version. For example, I bought a game which is cheaper. I got a game in Book Off, which was cheaper than buying it online through the PS Store. So that's something to keep in mind. You got controllers for days. You got, oh, what's that game? Ooh, PS4 game. Ooh, naughty, naughty. So you can see here that you don't need a lot of money. Look, I want to play this game. I have no idea what it is. Z, World Z. 600 yen. Awesome. Is that a Brad Pitt? Okay, yep, that's a movie, I guess. So, yep, gaming is pretty good. And if you are into gaming but don't want to spend money, there are, I don't know where it is here. There are so many free RPG games in Japan. So many free RPG games, and they look addictive. They've got the anime hentai animations in it. They look fun and addictive. You just play on your cell phone when you're going to work. Some waifu games. I'm not judging. I'm just saying you can enjoy your world and not be hassled by the outside world. I'm going to show you. So if you're in Japan, you can travel to Southeast Asia. It's relatively cheap. Some of these, for example, Tokyo to Vietnam flight, I think maybe the cheapest will be VietJet. Let's have a check. Which is the cheapest airline? And we are going to go return flight from Tokyo to Vietnam. We have a budget of 10,000, let's say 10,000, 1,000 and some change. So we're going to go in, let's say 11gatsu. I don't know if it's busy or not. We're going to go from the 6th and in 1, 2, 3, 3 days, 3 nights, 4 nights. Come back on a Sunday, okay? And then one person economy. Let's go. Skyscanner. There you go. Samman. Samman Sanzang. Everything you'll be in your backpack. And so that's around 300 and some change of Australian New Zealand dollars. Ho Chi Minh Hanoi might be a little cheaper though if once you land. And so then you can find out your hotels. I don't work for Skyscanner or anything, but look, it's really cheap there. You can easily go there and back, Japan to Vietnam, and spend around Juman, like $1,000, and have a good time. So that's the neat possibilities of traveling. So we're going to talk about enjoying going out. And if you're a bit of a hikikomori, maybe you don't. But maybe if you do, you want to go to an event where there is a game that you like, some type of esports, or you see your favorite Taiko no Tatsujin professional player. Maybe you love Tekken, so you go to a Tekken event. I think now there is let me just quickly check, Tekken 8 Shibuya event this year. There's a Tekken 8. There's a Tekken 8 Shibuya event. Excellent Tekken festival. And it's in Shibuya. It's a Tekken World Tour 2024 Global Finals. And they'll be held December 7th on a Saturday. And it's free. It's free, guys. So if you're into fighting sports, is it? Esports, fighting games, this is free event. So in Tokyo, there's many free events for gamers. And sometimes it's costs a few yen, but it's nothing too crazy. So in terms of events, if you really want to, you can go to some of these gaming events or anime conventions. Is that what you call them? Happening all the time. So if you want to get out of your box for a while, for a day, there are things around to do. As a neat. So if we tally up the general expenses every month, let's say you get that 20 a month, your post-taxes will be around 160,000 a month. Your rent, which I showed you before, is under 3만. Utilities, power, water, all those things, under 1만 for those small places, just for one person. Internet, 5,000 yen per month in general. phone. Look, you're gonna get the cheapest deal. Whatever deals out there can be around 1,000 yen. Rakuten has a great service for that. And then food, like I said, depending on the size of your body, and how much you eat, easily under your month per month. That leaves you with 7,400 yen, 700 New Zealand Australian dollars. Um, I mean, I'm not saying we're going to retire fire real early, but look, you have a safe life. You just numb yourself for your job, unless you enjoy the izakaya job. Some people enjoy those kind of izakaya. You work at the nighttime karaoke places, and they pay a bit more, and you just zone out when you go there. You're half asleep anyway. And so, if you have that much, look, you can just reduce your food. You can't really reduce your rent so much, but still, then after taxes, this is including health insurance and all those other things you have to pay. So you can just reduce an hour or a day or two and just have less money, or you go to those jobs where they pay you by cash in hand, so you don't have to get taxed. A lot of different ways to do it, but there you have it. I'm just showing you an example of a Neet, a Baito part-time worker in Japan, and how it's not as bad as it is in some other countries. You're well taken care of, even if you hate your job. And even people who make a lot of money hate their job. So, and they spend their whole day looking at a computer coding all night, only to wait for the weekend where they're absolutely exhausted and just get hammered on Friday night, Saturday night to redo it again. I'm not saying it's a great life or which life is better, but there you go. This is why Neet life in Japan is OP. See you in the next one.